Hello there, I'm Lloyd Evans. Welcome to The Bunker. It's time for another voicemail. Today's voicemail is from Sean. Let's listen to what Sean has to say.
Hello, Lloyd. My name is Sean, and I am a huge fan of yours. If you and TVOP would be gracious, I would be honored if you use my recordings for video on this topic. Let me give you my backstory. I'm reaching out today because I recently sent an email to one of the elders explaining to him, one, that I missed the memorial. They gave me the wrong time, so by the time I got there, they were leaving. But I've been doing some deep research and studying of the Bible myself from a logical and objective point of view, the same as you, which is why I appreciate your video so much. And the information I found is disturbing. The organization is not what it says it is. And I've looked at JW Facts. I looked at the information you present, and I forgot the guy's name, but the Truth Hurt channel. I watched his videos as well, and a lot of the same questions y'all have are the same questions I'm asking, and I've gotten the answer to now. But I'm trying to see, how do I go about displaying or showing the elders the information I've come across. I've already said in my mind, when we meet, I was going to give them two options. You either take the red pill or the blue pill. Had to use the Matrix as a reference for that, but either you want me to give you a quick synopsis of what I found, and y'all go and deliberate and figure out and say what it is you're going to say and make a decision from that in your judicial committee, or you can take the blue pill and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes, and I show you from the Bible and previous articles on why Jehovah, one, is not with this organization, and two, this organization is just a farce, point blank, period. And I just want to get your take on that, and how would you go about doing it, and see your experience with it. Thank you, and I continue to watch your videos.
Thank you very much, Sean, for calling in with that question. And I think it's a very good question. It's a very pertinent question, because when you are in the early stages of waking up, and it sounds like this is all a little bit recent for you, you know, everything's coming to you as kind of a revelation, you know, like an epiphany. It's kind of, I'm going to say, exciting. You feel trepidation because you've been conditioned to think of apostate sources as being inspired by Satan. And the way I've put it before is, when I first started going on apostate websites, I almost expected like a lightning bolt to come out from the sky and turn me into a burnt crisp, you know. We've really been indoctrinated to be fearful of apostate material. So when you first start reading it and consuming it and thinking about it and putting the pieces together, it's a whirlwind, isn't it? It's a very, very intense experience to go through. And I have experienced the temptation of wanting to shout from the rooftops to everyone I know who's a Jehovah's Witness, especially friends of mine who are elders. I have been through that stage, and I can remember very vividly posting on a forum. I won't advertise the forum because it's gone downhill drastically since the days when I was on it. But I remember posting on a forum and getting some really good advice, because I had at least two friends of mine who were elders emailing me, asking me, they were in contact with me, and I was being open with them about the fact that I was having doubts. So they were wanting to find out what my doubts were. And I think at least one of them was even volunteering to fly out to Croatia to help me, you know. And so I went on the forum and said, you know, what should I do? Should I sit down with my friends, or should I write to them and explain to my friends who are elders what my doubts are, what I'm learning? Maybe I will be able to convince them and they'll be able to join me, you know? I was so naive. I'm not calling you naive, by the way, but that's how I think back now on where I was at that particular point in my journey. And quite rightly, the majority of those responding to my question were saying, no, hold on there, hold your horses, Seeders, because I was calling myself Seeders back then. Hold your horses, because this is not going to play out well. There's that line in The Last Jedi. This is not going to turn out the way you think, or words to that effect. We like to think that it's just as simple as stating facts. It's just as simple as giving people that choice between the red or blue pill, and revealing to them that they've been lied to, and suddenly there will be this epiphany and they will realize, like us, that they've been lied to. Not how it works. And the problem, especially with elders, well, quite frankly, this applies to all Jehovah's Witnesses, because even Jehovah's Witnesses who aren't elders must report those who have apostate thinking to the elders. But when you're doing this to elders, even if it's an elder that you're on really good terms with, let's say they're a family friend, if you start revealing apostate thinking to your elder friend, they're not going to be convinced, because they didn't arrive at this information through their own organic exploration of the facts. They're having the information thrust at them by someone who, in their minds, is spiritually weak and couldn't even make it to the memorial on time. I'm not criticizing you for, by the way, but I'm just explaining to you what's going to be going through their minds. They're not going to find you persuasive. I'm sorry, they're just not. The best you can hope for is that you might plant a few seeds. But bottom line, what will happen is that you'll be, if you are currently a baptized Jehovah's Witness, which it seems like you are, you will be disfellowshipped for apostasy. If that's what you want to happen, then I can relate to those who would like to go out with all guns blazing. I can relate to those who would like to really go through it with the elders and explain to them what the problems are. But if you're not ready to be disfellowshipped yet, if you have family or friends in the organization who you're just not quite ready to be separated from yet, then you need to be more cautious. That was the situation I was in when I was posting about this on the forum. I wasn't yet at the point where I was able to disassociate. So it was very, very important that I resist the urge to just let rip and just let everyone know what my doubts were in detail and point them to JW Facts and all of these resources. And I'm really grateful that I received that advice when I did. Because if I hadn't followed that advice, I think the situation would have been worse for me. So bottom line, handle this however you wish. It's all, at the end of the day, completely down to you how you do this. But if you aren't ready yet to be disfellowshipped, then I would seriously rethink telling the elders about everything that you've discovered. It's as simple as that. It really depends on where you're up to, what you have to lose, whether you're able to immediately be shunned, that sort of thing. But please don't think that elders are going to, and I think you sort of intuitively know this, don't you? Please don't think that elders are just going to side with you and say, wow, I hadn't thought of it that way, and you're all going to walk out of the Kingdom Hall together holding hands as apostates. Not how it works. And again, I think you know that. So good luck with your situation. It's one that many, many viewers will relate to. And I'm sure I speak for my viewers, the vast majority of my viewers, in saying that we appreciate you calling in with this particular scenario that, again, is so relatable. If you would like to leave a voicemail, the thing to do is go to speakpipe.com/Cedars, remembering to indicate clearly if you don't want me to broadcast your message on this channel. But that's about all I have time for. Thanks so much for watching.